Hello, and welcome to another episode of The End of the Search. This one I call it In the Unmovable, Everything Moves. It's very interesting because when we look at our experience, our direct experience, we cannot deny the fact that we are being. This is the aliveness we point to all the time. Pure beingness, presence. This is it. See, notice that you're being right now. You are the aliveness. And that never changes. That is stable. In the aliveness that you are, notice how thoughts appear and disappear. Notice how feelings and sensations appear and disappear. Notice how perception is always changing, but that in which all of that seems to appear and disappear never changes. We're pointing here to that which never changes. The thing is, when we believe our identity as someone, all these feelings, thoughts, and sensations, they seem to belong to or appear to this seeming me that I believe myself to be. And that identity gives the impression that I am the thoughts, that I am the feelings, that I am the sensations, that I am that which moves, when in reality it's a play of appearances. If you look at it right now, if you do the investigation honestly, you find out that this is all there is. And the only thing that seems to cover up is the thoughts that appear. Let's look at it together. So you see, this is not esoteric, and this is very, very practical within the context in which we appear to be. Right now, any thought that seems to be appearing, doesn't matter. Whatever the thought may be, just don't believe the thought. Simply see it as if your eyes are open and you look at a scene, but just see it as just that. Don't project meaning onto it. Don't give it any meaning. Don't make a story around it. Just simply looking. Just pure looking. See, looking is only that. Don't see it as if you are looking. Just notice, looking right now. The eyes are open, so looking happens. But don't personalize it. Because the idea that I am looking is not the experience itself. It's the label that a thought is giving to the experience of looking. You see, right now, looking is happening with or without your consent. As long as your eyes are open, looking happens. Sounds happens with or without your consent. Feelings, sensations happen with or without anyone's consent. It's just the happening. That happening without the interpretation of a thought is just a happening. That same happening with the interpretation of a thought is what creates the seeming problem. What's wrong with looking? Right now, look around, look. What's wrong with looking? Unless a thought gets in the way and said, that should not be like that. This shouldn't be like this. You see? That is pretty, that is ugly. I don't like that, I like that. But see, these are thoughts. Can you see that these are thoughts? So, what is the experience of looking without the thought intervening? It's just looking. What is the experience of hearing without a thought intervening? Oh, that music is very bad, or that music is great. No, sounds may have different colors, so put it this way, But in the end, it doesn't matter whether it's rap music or rock music or classical music or jazz music, unless a thought begins to judge each one as different. This music is better than the other one, when in reality it's just sound that is no difference between the sound of a bird or the sound of a tractor. The sound may appear to be different in quality, but it's still just sound. If it's seen as such, that's not a problem. But when the mind begins to label it and then judge it, and by the way, labeling is necessary for the natural functioning of people. We're talking about the psychological aspect of the experience. In other words, I can hear a tractor, and that's just a sound, and I can hear a bird, and that is just a sound. But what allows me to differentiate between the two is that there's a label. This is a tractor or sound of a tractor, and this is the sound of a bird. But without any kind of emotional charge, you see, where, oh my God, this tractor sound is awful, I can't stand it. You see, that's a psychological effect of that judgment. But the fact that it's the sound of a tractor, not a problem. Well, when you look at your life experience, life is unfolding on its own, and without the interpretation of the thought, it's just what's happening. And there's never anything wrong with what's happening. In the same way that there's nothing right with what's happening. What's happening is life, and you are life. But when you forget that you are alive, you take what's happening as if it's something that is happening to you. You see? But nothing is happening to you. Everything is you happening through this seeming you that you have identified with. And that identification comes as a result of a thought. The thought that says, I am this individual, or the thought me. But in reality, all that there is being. Right now, can you say you're not being? You see? This is the experience of beingness. And this is always, it never changes, whether the sound of a tractor is in place or not. Whether the sound of a bird is in place or not. Whether seeing is happening or not. Whether sensing or feeling is happening or not. The fact is that everything happens in being. And being is ever present, unshakable, unmovable, while everything that seems to move, feelings, sensations, move in the sense that they appear and disappear, that's always changing. That is why you are always that in which everything seems to change. When you identify with the change, then you experience the consequence of that identification. But when you can see right through the change, then you rest in the peace that surpasses all understanding. And well, this is the inspiration that came through. I hope it served. And as always, may peace permeate the mind so that love can become evident.